Hello, gorgeous people, and welcome to another TV Central one-on-one podcast. I'm Aaron Ryan. This is episode 32, 2023, and the 17th of the Australian Survivor elimination episodes, and the very final one. The entire season has been about one person, King George. He backstabbed, he manipulated, he strategized, and wormed his way to the top four. But I'm not interviewing him right now. Why? There was someone else working behind the scenes, and ultimately it was someone that was one step ahead of George. She was burnt by George, and so was her best friend, but never faltered and never let her emotions get in the way of her gameplay. With a mixture of physical ability, but with a massive amount of mental prowess, the 2023 winner of Australian Survivor was Liz Parnov. Liz walks away with $500,000 and a winner in mental, physical, emotional, and strategic gameplay. Liz Parnov, a massive congratulations and thank you for joining me at TV Central.
Thank you for having me. That was such a beautiful introduction.
Well, more to come. Look, I'm sure you don't want to sound arrogant, but you had an epic final tribal council and spoke very well. Before JLP read the vote, surely you had a good feeling. Because even when the first name came out as Liz, you looked more confident than you did surprised.
Look, I definitely felt confident after my pitch and the questions that I answered, but I feel like in a game like Survivor, you can never be too comfortable. So I was really, really nervous. I was overcome with nerves and anxiety, and I was just like hanging on by a thread. But yeah, Jonathan read my name and I won, and it was just like, wow, I can't believe I got all the votes.
Yeah. Hey, on Sunday night, a young Indigenous man won Australian Idol, and he felt the importance of representing his community. Now, even though you're not the first woman to win Australian Survivor, is there an extra feeling of doing it proud for the girls? Because our culture is shifting across television and sport and politics and the media. And this attitude that men rule the world is nearly a thing of the past. You really are doing girls proud, and showing you can achieve anything through both this role and with the Olympics.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like I said it throughout the season, and it's still definitely how I feel. I wanted the girls to go through to the end. I felt like we were getting plucked off quick and fast during the start of the game. And that's why I really wanted Nina there with me, because we were the last two girls and we were surrounded by men. And I thought it's really important for us to stand strong and show the men that it's not just all about big muscles, that you can win Survivor when you're a female and you have a big brain.
Yeah. Look, I want to ask you what you think the definition of strength is. In some super physical only challenges, sure, Sean has an advantage, but almost every challenge that involves stamina, endurance, mental focus, and finding something deep within yourself was a female. I mean, sure, you are an Olympian as well, but many of the women, other women have won challenges. So what is the definition of strength?
Oh, that's a very good question. I feel like it can be different for everyone, but I feel like in terms of Survivor, I feel like strength is so many things, because like you said, it's not just about being strong. Like, it's the mental side of it as well. Like, you can be physically strong, but you also need to be mentally strong to withhold that pain and turn your brain off when all you want to do is drop and let go. So I feel like strength in Survivor is physical, mental, social, all of it, because it's all about kind of pulling all those elements together to make yourself a really strong competitor.
I want to move to a point that divides fans. Friendship is one thing and the gameplay is another, but so often they're intertwined. It's a competition, but there is no way I myself could openly outright lie and blindside my best friend. If there was some kind of strategy where I needed to vote them out so that at least one of us had a chance of winning, then I might do that. But there would be a discussion. I just couldn't lie to their face. Everyone knows what George does and how he plays the game. And I thought he would target most people, even Jerry and Matt. However, I had some belief in humankind that yourself and Shonee were off limits in terms of a direct lie to the face and a surprise blindside. How shocked were you when he got rid of Shonee?
Yeah, never, ever, ever saw it coming. I was so shocked, which I'm sure you could see by my facial expressions on the night. George somehow maneuvered that one right behind our backs. I think that day in particular, Shonee was really struggling. She was really hungry and tired. And so I feel like George saw his moment where perhaps Shonee was feeling a little bit fragile and less on the ball. And so he pounced, and he did it greatly because we did not see it coming at all. I mean, Shonee was a little sus that something was going on, but I think we were just both so exhausted at that day in particular that we just didn't read the signs well enough.
Being super honest, if you got to the top 4 with Shonee, and she was in the game, but because of the way others were voting, could you do to Shonee what George did to her?
I don't think I could. I honestly don't think I could. I feel like Shonee and I had a really genuine connection and friendship, and I just don't think I could. I don't know. It's a really difficult question for me to answer because our whole relationship on Survivor was genuine. Like, it was a genuine connection. Whereas there were many relationships that were for the game and it was game driven. Whereas with Shonee, it was different. And so I don't know if in that final hour I could stab her in the back. I just don't think I could.
So how's that friendship between yourself and George now that you've left the island, and I imagine you've watched the whole season?
Yeah, we're great. We're really, really good friends. He's a great
Oh.
guy. We get along really well. Yeah, love him to bits.
All right. I'm just interested in just one hypothetical. Let's say you didn't win that final challenge and you were sent to the jury, George, Matt, and Jerry as the final 3. We obviously know what George's pitch would have been. Would you have picked him as the winner?
100%. I think George played an incredible game. I honestly don't think he would even have to pitch because we all know what he did. We all saw it. He was very vocal with his moves and his gameplay is very obvious. And I think he is hands down one of the best Survivor players worldwide.
All right. I want to ask you about your facial expressions. From what we saw on air, you did have a very serious face a lot of the time. At first, I thought maybe, that's just the way you are, but your face absolutely lit up like a Christmas tree when you won the final challenge, when you saw your partner and then your win. You have a beautiful smile on the Channel 10 winner image as well. Are you not always expressive, or were you just in focus mood with Survivor, or was it the edit that just showed that you were quite serious?
Oh, I'm not too sure, to be honest. I think I am quite expressive, but I'm also, as we've all seen, I have quite a resting bitch face most of the time. So perhaps that's just how I am, and the producers really portrayed that.
I was going to ask, not by your looks, obviously, but you seem older than you are just because of the amount of achievement you've had in your life. It feels like a lifetime of achievement. What's next for you?
Yeah, I feel really old as well with everything that I've done, to be honest with you. Oh, look, I just really want to enjoy this moment right now. I'm obviously working full time, love my job, but I'm super open to any opportunities that come from this experience. I loved being on Survivor. I think it's just changed my life completely. So we'll see what happens. I'm an open book.
Have you done, or are you interested in doing motivational speaking? I mean, I just thought the impact that you have on people, particularly young girls that feel trapped and limit, their potential, would find such inspiration in your story from Survivor and the Olympics and so on.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to do that. I think nothing would be more fulfilling than being able to help other women and help young girls and potentially help guide young women and share my story because yeah, I've had some really difficult challenges throughout my athletic career. And I honestly feel like all of those challenges and ups and downs that I've been through have got me to this point and taught me so many lessons and lessons that I took with me on Survivor and got me the crown.
Yeah. So are you and Shonee still super close? So I think I had my own emotions after a breakup with my best friend, but watching you two is a beautiful love story of friendship. Has the friendship continued on for life, or is it just been sort of within the game?
No, we're still friends. I think Shonee and I will be friends for life. Yeah, she's so great. We speak almost every day. I'm hoping to go visit her soon in Noosa. So yeah, we are really close, and she's just an awesome chick.
Yeah. I just want to ask, what's your favorite thing about Survivor? I know that's a general question, but I mean, is it challenges? Is it friendships? Is it just winning? I mean, what is it about Survivor that you love?
For me, it would definitely be the challenges. I just love the way they are, what they involve. I love the scale of them. They're so grand and exciting. It's like a big obstacle course for adults. Like it's just the best. And I think being an athlete and obviously being very competitive, I love the challenges because it just lets me bring out my competitive side. And yeah, I like obviously am quite active. So the challenges for me were the funnest part.
How did you go with all the eating stuff in terms of like weight loss or feeling like that you're hungry? Some people deal with it, better than others, but people that are usually into sport or, Olympian like yourself sometimes struggle because they're used to a specific diet.
Yeah, I really struggled with the food. I eat like a horse in the real world. So going on Survivor was so difficult for me. I was hangry all the time, and I think everyone knew me around camp as being the hungry, grumpy girl. So the food was a really big challenge for me, and it was the one thing I constantly thought about. I would dream about food. I would dream about what I'm going to eat. Like it was just a lot.
Did you put on a few kilos when you got out, like just stuffing yourself with everything?
I put all my weight back on, certainly. Thankfully, I didn't stack any extra kilos on, but I definitely put on the weight that I lost out there.
Yeah. Look, Liz, it was great television, and even though it's a game, and there is a lovely cash prize, I think you taught us that you taught the Australian public something very meaningful. I mean, George won each and every battle. He played tough, he played strong, and he played loudly. And everyone knows someone like that in their life, at work and school. But he's not standing on the winning podium. The real qualities of winning were obviously patience, perseverance, resilience, a strong heart, and strong mind. And you had all of that in spades. So a big congratulations, Liz. Well done, and good luck with the next chapter. And thank you for joining me at TV Central.
Thank you for having me. That was a really nice chat.
Yeah, Liz Parnov there, winner of Australian Survivor 2023, a deserving winner, and hopefully a lesson there for us all. You can catch up on episodes on Australian Survivor on 10 Play. That's it for this episode. For all the latest news, podcasts, streaming info, guides, and ratings, head to tvcentral.com.au. Until next time, I'm Aaron Ryan. Thanks to Nina Parnov, winner of Australian Survivor 2023. Bye for now.